It's Vanguard launch day, and that means we're going to have so much content here on the channel coming today and throughout the weekend. But I wanted to start the main year of Vanguard content in a very similar fashion to how we have in past years. Today, I want to talk about the best and most efficient ways to rank up in Call of Duty Vanguard. Some things you may be familiar with, some things are just introduced within Call of Duty Vanguard and are brand new. So I wanted to run down with you guys the fastest ways to rank up and the best ways to do it efficiently. So as we go along, drop your thoughts down below. Did we miss anything here in this video? Is there anything that you think should be on this list of fastest and most efficient ways to rank up? And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's aim for 2,000 likes on this video. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. With nearly 60% of viewers not subscribed, we're going to be covering Vanguard and everything you need to know, so make sure you don't miss a single thing. If you want to join us on that road to 500,000 subscribers and stay up to date with all things Call of Duty in the meantime, whether that be Vanguard, whether that be Warzone, whatever the case, I'd love to have you in the community. That said, let's jump right into the fastest and most efficient ways to rank up in Vanguard. So as always, let's start out with the standard ways here that you can rank up more efficiently, faster within Call of Duty Vanguard. Every single year we kind of see these ones here, so we can breeze past some of these in particular, but of course coming down to firstly, challenges. Challenges are going to be everywhere within Call of Duty Vanguard this year. You'll have camo challenges, operator challenges, missions, standard multiplayer challenges, and even when we get to it, seasonal challenges. All of these, of course, tackling different aspects of the game as they always do, but all being things that you can do with relative ease, and in some cases, and maybe even a lot of cases, you might be doing passively without even realizing it. So when you focus on doing these a little further, you can exponentially speed up your grind in terms of ranking up. So take those all into consideration here at this, your camo challenges, operator challenges, any missions, and things like that. Another thing that we all do right off the rip but can really help out is that of ranking up your weapons. Every time you end up ranking up your weapon, you also get some regular XP going towards your rank overall as well. So just by simply playing the game right up front, that's something that of course is something we've seen year in year over. But if you're somebody that normally gravitates towards 1 to maybe 5 weapons, go out and expand your arsenal a little bit. Rank up these weapons here because you will get some bonuses outside of that. Of course, also coming over with this game is that of XP tokens. Now, with some of the versions of the game, you may have double weapon XP tokens, you may have double XP tokens that you can start off your grind with immediately. Now, one thing that is curious right now for launch that we haven't had the time to test or the ability to test, but will definitely be something that going into season 1 and beyond you will be able to also take into consideration, is that if you activate a double XP token within Warzone, that'll actually transfer over to Vanguard as well. So if you run out of tokens in Vanguard once this happens, you could jump over to those excess that you end up having that you may have earned within Modern Warfare or Black Ops Cold War that then store into Warzone. You can activate it in Warzone and then it should transfer over to Vanguard. So a nice little way to get a little bit of a bonus there as well. And the final one that I want to talking about the normal things we see that continue over year, is going off in game. The better you do in game, the more XP you'll yield. And so therefore, if possible, to consistently string together great game after great game after great game, try and do that if you can. That can often happen if you party up and you just absolutely pub stomp, but if you try and do your best, you play the objective, all that kind of stuff, it all factors in and gives you more XP towards the end. But let's talk about some newer things introduced with Vanguard. The first thing I want to touch on is the new feature of the operator and favorite weapon bonuses that you can end up getting. This year within Call of Duty Vanguard, right off the rip, we have 12 operators, these being unlockable. You have challenges to unlock them, but once you do, you may notice that you have an operator plus a favorite weapon bonus that you can end up getting, which will grant you double XP and double weapon XP just for simply using that operator and the weapon of their choice. Now, this may be a meta weapon, if you want to call it that, a couple of weeks down the line, or a weapon that's entirely off the wall, but we're going to see this continue on likely throughout the rest of Call of Duty Vanguard. As more operators are introduced, we're likely going to see more operators and their favorite weapons being different from what we've already seen with these base 12, so you should, in a little bit of time, have basically every weapon you can use with an operator and rank up more by just simply using that combination of an operator as well as that weapon. So definitely consider that when you set your operator and choose what weapon you want to play around with. But next I want to talk about something that is actually kind of unusual, it seemed like. I don't know if this was bugged or not, but Champion Hill was actually one of the most absurd ways to rank up fast. Now again, I don't know if this is bugged. If it was, it's probably going to be fixed here shortly. But from what we played at our pre-release capture session, it was incredible for XP. Now, myself, Immortal, and Ink Slasher ended up playing, and we ended up winning the entire tournament. It lasted about 11 minutes, but in that 11 minutes, I ended up getting 37,582 XP. That ranks me up 3 whole times here at that. No double XP active or anything like that. So that was 11 minutes for a total of 11 kills with a weapon and a win. This really reminds me of some old school search XP where you got like 500 XP per kill, if you guys remember, back to like classic Call of Duty. Comparably speaking, is it the most XP that I had gotten in a match? No, but that came in one of the matches where we played a lot of press, and admittedly, I kind of feel bad because my squad straight up bullied them in a few games. I dropped a 142 kill game in Blitz, that game equaling 48,659 XP for one game, which was based upon 15,745 score in-game. But here's the thing, that's an absurd outlier. How often are you going to be dropping 140 kills, getting 15,000 score in-game? With skill-based matchmaking, retention-based matchmaking, whatever you want to call that, when the game is fully live and out there to everybody, that's going to be a rarity that you won't likely see as much. So when you consider the likelihood of getting 12 kills in a win in Champion Hill versus that, well, the clear-cut choice is Champion Hill in my opinion. It's also absurd for weapon leveling, if we want to talk about that for a second. In that same 12 kills and a win for that match, my AS-44 that I was using went up just about 13 levels. So while there's limited weaponry in Champion Hill, it also may be a solid choice to rank up weapons as well. But Champion Hill was definitely that weird outlier that I was not expecting. Outside of that, other great modes to play include, well, anything Blitz. Blitz being those higher player counts, you're going to have much more chaos. Your KD may suffer a little bit more, but you end up having a lot more action, and so therefore you can play the objective more, you can get more kills, all of which yields you more overall XP, and that's the main goal here in trying to rank up faster. So I definitely know that's where I'm going to be here to start, so maybe give that a try as well. Also, try and play objective modes as much as possible, and when you do, play the objective. You end up getting more score for things like attacker and defender medals in domination, which are really easy. If you just play around that B flag, which is high traffic almost all the time, you'll get more XP for simply that. Just doing those basic things, helping escort the patrol zone, jumping on the hard point, those are incredibly helpful and reward more XP for just simply playing the game and playing the objective. Now, also kind of tying into that is go for medals. The more medals you end up getting, the more XP you get rewarded as well. That's not something that many people really consider, but if you try and get, say, one-shot, one kills in hardcore or core, you get more XP for just getting a regular kill. Doesn't matter if you're on a kill streak or anything like that. Doesn't matter if you're playing the objective. That medal just simply gives you a little bit of an XP bonus. So if you can start to farm together any sort of medals, it helps out greatly. Now, when the time comes, you will, of course, have the option to play with seasonal challenges when those are introduced as well, kind of building upon, once again, those challenges that we started this video with here. So you, of course, have your camo challenges, operator challenges, missions, and overall just MP challenges and things like that. But come season 1, you'll also have those seasonal challenges that we had within Black Ops Cold War continuing on, but in a Vanguard fashion. So make sure when that rolls around, you take that into consideration as well. Now, one thing that was pretty solid for Black Ops Cold War last year was zombies. Personally, I didn't get around to playing too much zombies here within our pre-release capture session, but from what I'd heard, my friend Ink Slasher, he played a lot, and he ended up getting about 5 levels every 30 to 40 minutes, which isn't horrible, but also isn't too great for efficiency. So really comes down to if you enjoy zombies more than MP, if you find that pretty fast ranking by comparison to what you normally do, so you can consider it, but might not be the best option. Now, rounding out the best ways to rank up, the most efficient, the fastest ways to rank up, come down to some PlayStation exclusives. Now, we talked about how PlayStation doesn't get an overall mode this year, but unfortunately they do still have some smaller things. And when I talk about smaller things, I really mean smaller. In terms of the XP yields, well, you'll have monthly double XP events that last an additional 24 hours. So that means that you'll get an extra day longer than, say, your PC or Xbox counterparts. Additionally, you'll also get a 25% bonus for weapon XP when you party up with friends on PlayStation. So that can help you out as well, but just for your weapons, not for your overall rank like you may want. But that said, that's the fastest and most efficient ways to rank up within Call of Duty Vanguard this year. Of course, training them all together helps you out even more, but that said, jump into the game, try this out for yourself, and let me know how you do. That said, though, that's where we're going to wrap it up, so let me know your thoughts down below. Is there anything in particular you think that I missed that you would add to this list for the fastest and most efficient ways to rank up? Anything you think that may be surprising, feel free to let me know down below. But if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video, and of course, stick around here. We have a lot of videos going up, not only just today, but also throughout this weekend here in launch for Vanguard. So if you're interested in any of that, stick around, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you in the community. If you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to chat with me outside of YouTube. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever the case may be, that link's down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys online. Take care and peace.